Our scheduled program today.
Yes, as we continue to honor our sister, yes, with more of our testimonials. Salute to our brother Raymond and all of the powerful pioneers, brothers and sisters. Let's get the testimonial going. Let's go.
Thank you so much for joining us. Great. So we have some folks in the house joining us nice and early at the top of the hour. Welcome to Smart Money University's and the Powerful University's event today, the Adult Education Fair.
The blessing to meet little Nate, young Nate, and PJ held a session at the Harlem State Office Building, and she was an amazing spirit. And that's how I met this little man right here. This amazing little fellow. It's like my little bro right here. And I relate to this little man so much. I saw his energy, his spirit. He was sitting down, we were cleaning up at Harlem, and he was like, yo, Raymond, where you going? I'm like, I'm gonna help your mom. He's like, nah, sit right here, I can't go nowhere. So I was like, all right, I got you, man. That's forever. It means so much to me because like, I'm an only child, and I know he has a lot of uncles and brothers, but to me, you know, he's like an only child too. So we relate a lot from anime, video games, Transformers, toys. I remember the first time I saw him in the car and PJ allowed me to meet Josh. The first time was like a Zoom or something, and he showed me all the Transformer toys. I'm like, yo, that's me too over there. I got the Megatron, I got this, and it was just so lit. And for those who don't know, I know there's another gentleman here who mentioned about the invention community. And PJ knew I like to talk a lot and I like to be out there. So she had me EMC her Let's Make It Happen Adventure series, and we introduced Brian Freed. And Brian Freed is a well-known inventor in the invention community. And I don't think he was able to make it out tonight, but shout out to Brian Freed. And he was one of the first ones for the Let's Make It Happen series. And for those who don't know, she was a killer, crazy, powerful entrepreneur who knew people in like the S&P 500 world, and she was just so humble about it. And the most crazy thing is, a lot of people didn't know she lived in Jersey because she always went to New York City to have different events. And I found out like 3 years later that she lived in Jersey. And I was like, what the heck? So it was just so lit. So I give a shout out to PJ and the family and the loved ones here. And one of the things she loves to do is in their power. Whether it's from inventions, whether you like to talk. If you were shy, she put people in their power to shine. And that is one of the most important things about her. And one powerful thing is she didn't discriminate. If you white, black, Asian, Hispanic, she had connections every single place. And when she said, here's a little quote. She said, Raymond, I'm making panties for women. And I said, oh, okay. All right, panties. I said, so what's my role in that? She's like, do you want to be a Luna lad? I said, what do I gotta do? She just educated the market about the panties. So I did one sale for my cousin, and it was at the Harlem State Office Building. I was talking about this, guys. It's very important because she saw people in their power and their essence. So the funny thing was, I said, PJ, I'll help educate and market your panties, but under one condition. And she's like, what's that? I'm not wearing it, but I'll market it. I'm not wearing it, but I'll market it. You know, so she had that vibe and spirit. And then she also brought me, I may be saying this wrong, but Juve or something like the party in like Brooklyn or Harlem, like that. She brought me to one because, I never been to one. I want to go. It was so lit. I was like, yo, what is this? What's going on? And I want to say thank you to little Nate and also Josh because as she knew everyone. And just so you know, it takes a strong family for somebody who knows so many people. All right, we're winding down. But I want to give blessings to Josh, Nate right here. Like I'm for you want to talk at 3 a.m. about females, women, girls, whatever it is. Like let me know. Like if this stuff, like of course you talk to your pop first. You ask for it. But any other questions? You trying to go somewhere? Like let me know. I got you for a ride. All right. My name is Raymond G. I'm a business owner as well. And one last thing, she believed in empowerment and positive money, and make sure your affairs are in order no matter what happens. That's a will, trust, your energy, insurance, protection. We were going to end off with Smart Money University, and I would like to somehow continue that, and maybe one day in the future do like a day like a PJ day for entrepreneurs, business owners, not-for-profits, social media, to get your idea out there in order to inspire your passion. That is so important. So somehow let's create that in the future. There's got to be like a PJ day, and let's make that grow and add over time so people can also see her legacy through somebody's idea and movement. And be careful him. I don't go and entrepreneurialism. So my name is Raymond G, tax-free, and also Super Solar Ray as well for energy. I'll be loving to talk to you guys, whatever the case. But empowerment to everybody. Focus on your goals. Focus on your dreams, and let's have her spirit. Let's have her spirit. I said, invoke power and essence. Even if you're nervous or something, still do it anyway and see what happens. And leverage your spirit and empower your goals. Thank you for your time.
A dedicated community organizer, she hosts events and is also a creative fashion designer.
Giving thanks to everyone, to the family, to the friends, and everyone that love PJ. I give my condolences to everyone, and I send my love. Pray for them too as well when they hear this message. Thank you, Rojo, and everyone else.
Peace and abundance, everyone. This is Angelic. I'm not going to speak long. I just found out when Rojo called me. Thank you, Rojo, for letting me know. I just want to say peace and blessings to everybody on this call.
Same type of people. I met her down. The last time I seen PJ, it was at the shop that I didn't even know the shop was there because I was actually next door playing the drums.
I'll put on video so you guys, so you know, guys don't see the confident tears.
Oh,
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, it was rough for me earlier, like real rough. Rojo called me at 10, and I didn't pick up. I was literally waking up. So, jokes aside, let's see like a female. You're a female. I ain't answering a dude on the deep voice. Know what I mean? So, so feeling better. But yeah, I hit him back later, and I was like, "What's going on?" And I saw McBree's message come in. Like, I can't believe it. I was like, "What you can't believe?" He talked about PJ. You know, I didn't even respond to his text, and when I saw that, you know, my mind mentally said that's a spam text from Mix. Not saying he was spammy, but you know what I mean. Like, I was like, I ain't looking at that. Like, I ain't looking at that. Because today, for those who don't know, short version, I had to renew my driver's license, right? So I had to go to like way South Jersey, like Delanco, Jersey, if you don't even know where that is, or whatever the case. And so that's like an hour and a half away from where I'm at. So I was like, let me go to my fam's house out here, in the deli instead of, you know, going back up to Jersey. So it's crazy how it worked out. So, and that's supposed to be something in Atlantic City. I don't know if that's going to happen yet because they're not responding to us, but I'm down here. So, you know, I was, you know, a call early. I said, let me just get on. I broke down, you know, like powerfully broke down, right? And I think I saw Tyrese, he like, you know, grown men cry, and it's okay. If you leave that joint in, you know, you get more stress. So I was like, I was done. So, you know, Rojo heard it. And but she meant a lot, so now I'm kind of more composed. But still, it's whether you're composed or not composed, it's still the same energy. That's one thing I realized. So I just wanted to share, you know, that she was just so cool because when we connected with Rojo and vice versa, and to learn that she was in Jersey, I think Rojo said before that you know, I thought she lives in New York. Actually, everybody thought she did, but when I learned she was in Jersey, oh my God, another powerful sister in Jersey. I don't gotta go far. I don't gotta go too far, right? So it was funny that I met her little man son who looks up to me. So I was like, yeah, son's cool. You know, son's the only child, and I was the only child, so we really connected. on that front. It's different if you have brothers and sisters, but then if you're only child, it's a whole different dynamic. So
Mhm.
we got close, like right away, and I would try to go over there, from time to time, just to visit on DP, whether business or food or just hang out. It doesn't always got to be about business, even though it's important all the time because we still got to pay our bills or whatever. But it was just so cool chilling, and she would invite me out to real estate events in the city. Like she would get me out to the city because she knows I did not always want to go to the city unless it's in Harlem or like the Brooklyn Bridge area. Besides that, you're not gonna really find me out there like that. But she helped me get out there when needed and everything like that.
Mhm.
And and also the inventors. I was trying to because there's this full disclaimer. I text the other business pages she was on so they know what's going on. 'Cause I know they had some things working in the background, and I know if they tried to call her, they wouldn't get her. So I messaged them the link. I don't know if they got on or not when I was driving when I was off, but I messaged them to of what's going on. One actually called me and said, "Hey Raymond, is this the spam text or did this really happen?" I'm like, "No, it really happened." Because I know they're working on something really important, and he was like, "Oh my God, thank you for letting me know." And some of the inventors she was connected to that most people may not even know about. There's a guy who invented like an innovation for a box and invented the games and invented technology, and other people that you see on her YouTube channel for Invent That. Half of those people I'm aware of because she invited them to the Harlem building to speak and present, right? Especially the first one. The guy with the gray shirt on the first one, I met him at the Palm State office building when she did Invent That and Let's Make It Happen. Cool guy. I don't have his number, but I can find him. I was trying to have him let him know and the other inventors know who, what we're on that in the Harlem building to know what's going on. But I'll connect with him. I'll find him to either Instagram or Twitter or something. I'll let him know that she passed because he created great value for her and myself and the session that they had when she had the first event that session in our Harlem office building, and she also made a page of that stuff too. It is somewhere out there. I can maybe try to find it indirectly, but whoever has access to her Canva account or something or web pages, like everything is there. So I was just trying to reach
Mhm.
out to people who knew her, also that I'm aware of, and things of that nature. But I know it was so funny. I wanted to share when she had the event at the Harlem office building. It was kind of funny because somebody was trying to get me to do something, and it was just so funny. And PJ was like, "No, you can't have him. He's my Raymond. He's my Raymond. Y'all can't have him." And I was just so funny because because there was one girl who was arguing or doing something, and she wanted my attention, and I was trying to split my mind, and she's like, "No, Raymond, you are mine for the whole evening." Her voice goes high pitched and everything. So it was just so funny, with that value and connection. And then when she brought me to the real estate events in one of the somewhere in Brooklyn or the Bronx, and she knew I didn't want to go, and like at all because again, it's like not in Jersey. So it's like, nah, Raymond, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. You can network and this, and they got little biddies there and big biddies there, and network. I was like, all right. So it's funny. So that guy, the main real estate dude, I text him, that she passed. I know he meets so many people, but I still let him know anyway. But bottom line is, she is and was an angelic soul. Almost no negativity in her. If there's other stuff that was going on that I don't know about, she never showed it because everybody has. I like to call it everybody has their 1 a.m. moments, whatever that is. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has their own 1 a.m. moments. But
Mhm.
she never showed that, or at our best as possible. And I remember just traveling with her and chilling with her son, and her husband and meeting her family, and things of that nature. And I remember I was trying to say it earlier, but the last time we really hung out outside of business is that I got them out the house. I wasn't trying to get them out the house. I was like, oh yeah, this Ghostbusters is playing at Garden State, and it's a different type of movie theater. Got the IMAX, they got this, and I was like, yeah, bring out Lil Man, because Lil Man's cool as heck. And I think he looks up to me, and every time we see each other, like, oh my God, man, what are you doing now? Man, what are you doing now? So they went to see Bob Marley, and I saw Ghostbusters again for the third time. I think I fell asleep in Ghostbusters because I was just tired. But I want to make sure that her and Josh, her dude, could be together, right, for their moment. And then me and Little Man were together, and everything like that. And Josh was like, "You gonna see it again?" I'm like, "It's all good, man. It's all good. That's what we do here. It's all it's all good." So that's like one of the treasure moments outside of business, to have with her. And then it's funny, Rojo, I don't know if you saw the text and telegram or the chat, but the last project, one of many last projects that she was working on was a thing like Linktree. But the thing is with Linktree, it pays, this other platform pays you with advertisements in the background. So we were going to like help blow that up for our business and other people's businesses, and then do more interviews with the shows and smart money universities and things of that nature, and then have her stuff blow up, have the energy business blow up, and have everybody else's business blow up on the interview. So there's a lot of things in the work. But besides the business stuff, she was just a real good, genuine soul, and angelic in nature, very fun, funny, person. And she wanted to take over the invention world, because as you know, where she talks about, the invention world is it's like a racket. You put your idea out there, somebody tries to take it, then you got to spend like 18 or 20 million dollars, whether you have it or not. We'd always talk about that these companies like Apple and Amazon have $100 billion war chest to fight you on patents. We're like, what?
Right.
And we just trying to make a nickel and dime to get to the 100,000. Like, what? So,
Right.
we'd always talk about, stuff like that. So, I'm more composed, but I think, who for people who know me, finance, business, insurance, and alternative energy now, not a lot of people saw me that raw, vulnerable, but I cared and I didn't care, because that was like another side of me. And it's not about me. I'm just saying, like, I just, broke down. But you can be confident, you can be strong, but tears are also strong confidence, and it's important. So if you gotta cry, if you gotta bat it out or something, whatever it is for you, just do it. One of my pieces is astronomy and energy to relax and reflect. So whatever that is for you, if it's long walks, if it's the beach, if it's clubbing, whatever that is, just keep it positive, whatever you do to release and relax yourself. And as you go out your business journey, I'm talking to one of my fam here, as you go with your business journey, think of PJ and your decisions. I'm not saying every decision, I'm not saying that, but like on those hard decisions, like what would PJ do? What would this person do? I mean, I know I'm going to do that, because we talk so much about different strategies and ideas. And if I have difficulty, I'll be like, oh shoot, how PJ maybe handle this, and things of that nature. So I just want to share that. Thank you, Rojo, for giving me, my time to do that. And it's definitely important for, as you say, flowers, or, pour the wine out for people, or bless up the sun for people, whatever terminology is today, but that's very important. I just want to share that without, you know,
this to your family from everybody at WHCR and WBAI. Haitian All Stars. PJ had a show on Friday morning, and she said, I love radio. She brought so many amazing guests on, and she was teaching, and her shows were a notebook. So from our family to yours, we offer our condolences. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Red Cross. I really like the idea about having a go bag. Since I learned about a go bag, I always have a go bag. I was actually going over my go bag recently, and I just put my most important documents in my go bag, including my passport in case I have to fly away. But definitely have your medicine and flashlights and everything else Red Cross is saying, but including your most important documents, IDs, passports, anything else that you need to put in there so you can grab and go. And having a meeting place is actually very important too, because people get lost when there is fire in emergency situation. It's great to, next to the McDonald's.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm speaking on behalf again of WHCR radio station in honor of our sister PJ, her sister, and her dad. I'm going to be doing a short piece by James Weldon Johnson because we know that she loved poetry. So I'm going to try to hold it like, okay. Weep not, weep not. Sister PJ, her sister, and her father, they're not dead. They're resting in the bosom of Jesus. Heartbroken husband and son, weep no more. Grief-stricken family and friends, weep no more. They're only gone home. Last month, God was looking down from his great high heavens, looking down on all his children, and his eyes fell on Sister PJ, her sister, and her dad. But guess what? Death didn't frighten them. They all looked in their eyes and said, I'm going home. And God sent his angels down for each one of them. So again, I just want to say, weep not, weep not. Sister PJ is not dead, her sister nor her dad. They are resting in the bosom of Jesus. And what they did, we all got to do. One day, we don't know the day, time, nor the hour. Thank you.
I'm like, what? And one of the inventor somewhere,
Give the mic to PJ's husband after that.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning. It is morning, day, and night somewhere. My name is Raymond G, and I was a very close friend and business partner of Sister PJ, and I knew her son very well, as well as Josh. And for those who maybe don't know or do know, she was an amazing inventor. She had what's called an Event That series, and she had different speakers, inventors such as Brian Freed and others. And she actually had me MC when they had like the first event here. Maybe some of you guys were here when she had that. And one of her most amazing lines was the reversible panties that she was doing, right? And that was just an amazing invention. And I remember she was in my financial office in East Orange, New Jersey. And she said, Raymond, I have an idea. I'm like, what's the idea? She's like, it's like reversible panties for women. And I'm like, okay, and I'm thinking as a guy, like, are they edible or something? Like, what are we doing here? So I'm like, what's going on? so she shows me, I'm like, that is a really cool idea. So I'm thinking, all right, so like, well, what are we gonna do about this? So, she had different events for those who knew. And then she had an event here talking about the reversible panties. She says, we have Luna Lanes and there's Luna Lads. And she said, Raymond is a Luna lad. And I'm in the back over there, and I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I gotta clarify this real quick. So I say, hey everyone, I'm a Luna lad, but full disclaimer, I do not wear them. I only educate on them and everything like that. But she's just an amazing person. And she also had Smart Money University, and that is where she wanted to have education on finances, insurance, trust, energy services, and things of that nature in real estate. So she's such a powerful person. So for anybody out there who has a for-profit or non-for-profit, let's leverage her light and her energy to instill and inspire our ideas. And don't be nervous or afraid when you want to have an idea, because one thing I learned is that closed mouths don't get fed. And even if you are nervous, you still say, hi, my name is so-and-so. Hi, I have an idea. Let's work together on this. And that's one of the things that Sister PJ inspired in me, and also other people who knew her very well. And one thing that was amazing, she always got back to you, even if it was 3 days later, because she was such a multitasker in the positions that she was doing. Not gonna front. Some of them I didn't even know about. I learned about so much throughout the 2 or 3 weeks. I just knew we worked on Smart Money University, and she was a radio host, and she took me to Juve. I was like, oh shoot, this is Juve and Apollo Theater? All right, that's cool. Anyway, hope I didn't take too much time. Just want to share my experiences. And King Nate is an amazing little dude. He's like my little brother. He's amazing. So hopefully, he okay right now. He's good. All right, thank you guys for your time. In financial education and also alternative energy education. If you need more information, let me know. I got you. Thank you. Raymond G out.
Thank you so much, Raymond, for your amazing story. I'm gonna call Mama Unity. She says she's the mother of all the mothers.
Greetings and welcome to all. We're not sad. We are grateful and we are thankful. Even though it's a tragedy, we know that PJ is resting well along with her father and her sister. I met PJ at Medgar Evers College at an organization they had called Powerful Pioneers. That was a while back. And a young woman with energy. She's up and down. She's always getting things done. And when I met her, she said, Ma, you sell juice? I said, yes. And she took a hibiscus. And she ran around the place all day. And at the end of the day, she said, Ma, if you have 12 of those juice left, I would like to buy it all. I need this energy every day of my life. Because why, when we do things, we do it with love. PJ was a person of love. PJ was loved by many. I see so many faces in here that we cross paths. And you know, for PJ, she would say, be not to cry. But I can honestly say tonight, she's an angel in the sky. I'm riding the 19 bus. I was planning to take a cab from where I'm living to Manhattan. And the Spirit said, no, you're getting on the bus. When I meet the Lenox, Malcolm X Boulevard, I said I'm going to get off there so I could play my little Lato, you know, my little scratch, even though at times we scratch it back. And the Spirit said, no, you're getting off at Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard. And as the bus pulled off, there was a white feather, no lie. God knows, no lie. It came in front of me and moved like this. And it circled. And then it went over a woman's head. And then it just went away. PJ is risen. PJ is with a lot of mighty and powerful people. Because yesterday, we celebrated one of our healing elders, transformation to the Irene, Baba Rashan, from Sundial. So she is riding high with a lot of mighty and powerful ancestors. So let us give her and her family today the beautiful send-off, the ancestors' land, and remember to tell them, come and give us wisdom, knowledge, and inner standing. We no longer want to understand. We want to understand. That means we go deep within and touch whatever is within us. So we can unite as one. Not only tonight, we come together, but we remember PJ and her family throughout eternity. Until we meet again, Princess Queen, I say, rise in Zion and let your works be done. Thank you, King. Condolences. And you know you got the family. Mama Unity is in your community, and just call us. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.